And there we have it. The Pivot Podcast shares insight about the Cam Newton altercation during his 7-on-7 football camp. Tune in.
There are a lot of lessons to take from this. When you saw it the first time, like, what was your initial thought?
It's funny because we talk about it being like, you meet people and you're like, okay, he's like this, and Cam's that guy. Well, Cam is big as hell.
Yeah.
Cam's 6'6", 250, all of it. So when I saw him, I was like, man, these two little itty bitty dudes is about to jump on Cam. Like, bro, y'all better pack a lunch. you don't need to jump on that dude.
And sometimes you got to put it on film, right?
Yeah.
Cam has been tried at some of these events multiple times. He's always there with the 7-on-7 team. And I've been around those things, bro. Dudes get disrespectful. Even when I used to coach back in the day, I had to catch myself a couple of times. So every now and then, you got to show people that you are willing to defend yourself. The problem is this, and this is what I thought about. Think about all the conversations or discussions that you have where y'all start to talk a little trash, or people start to insult, or things get a little disrespectful, right? When you're Cam Newton, you can't get into that tussle, whether it's your fault or not. Me, looking at it, standing on my side, like, if those dudes were disrespectful, if those dudes were aggressive, if those dudes are jumping Cam got to defend himself. Cam got to lay hands on him. But now we also see how much that is out there as compared to someone else. And it made me think about some of the altercations you and I have gotten into publicly, and people have stopped us, or you stopped me, I've stopped you, and now looking at this situation where Cam is now, Freddie T.
Look, RC, I think it's two things, right? I think when you look at Cam, I think it's either they think he's too sweet because of the way he dresses, his demeanor, or they think he just got a brand new bag like you, and they wanted to try him just because. But either case, I think Cam handled himself in an amazing way. You know, I think it should also send a signal out to the parents. Look, if I'm opening myself up to partake and participate and give back to my community or whomever's community,
yes,
right, it has to be a certain sort of form of respect that follows. And for these kids to get there with whatever level of passion that's going on, because Cam is still passionate. He still thinks he's one of the best 32 like in the world, not just that can play in the NFL, but in the world. And along with that comes passion. And he's trying to get the best out of these players. So it can get a little fiery, a little emotional, a little passionate, where he's trying to push these guys to be the best, because a lot of them probably ain't got what it takes to get to the next level. So with that, these kids can somehow maybe take it the wrong way, when Cam is only trying to make them better. And I believe parents have to find themselves at these events so they can interject to make sure this doesn't happen.
But Freddie,
again.
quickly, I got to do it, because once you start giving back and you start really doing philanthropic work, people, you know what I'm saying, I think they take for granted, where like Cam, and I know y'all, you just laughed about it. You done got me at a fight since the show started. I done got you at a fight. We done got each other at a fight since the show started. People see you as pie, and that's my word. Like, we ain't pie. Cam's not pie. I know big dudes that are pie, and Cam ain't made like that. So that's the thing. When I saw it, and Asia showed me a couple days ago, she was like, your boy got in a fight, and I saw it, and I was like, yeah, that's what he did. Because he grabbed one dude's dread, had another dude by the collar. I'm like, oh, yeah. Cam ain't made like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people see us as public figures, but don't run up.
But
please don't run up.
The question and my concern is why is it us? Why is it us? Like, we complain that this guy, he's made it, he's not coming back to the hood, or he's not coming to give back. But when you have a prominent figure, someone like a Cam, who all he's ever done was give back. He's embraced his community more than maybe any other player that we've seen of the same skin hue. You know what I mean? And I'm not turning into black versus white, but Cam does so much for his community, and he wants to pull these people, and he wants to give back. This wouldn't have happened at a camp where, if those kids had been predominantly white.
You can't save everybody.
It wouldn't have happened.
The other piece of it is this, right? You know, there was a video of that guy speaking earlier. I guess he had beat Cam a few times coaching. And in beating him a few times coaching, he went directly at Cam with disrespectful thoughts of this, your Atlanta savior, woo, 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 woo. There's so many people that think they should have made it. There's so many people that believe that they're better. And so that's their opportunity. No, I didn't make it to the league. I wasn't a great college player, but I could beat Cam in 7-on-7. And what we don't get some of the time, because I'm not going to put it on all black people. I'm not going to say all brothers or all sisters act a certain way, but some of the times we don't get the Channing, you made it. Let me talk to you and ask you about how you made it. Let me talk to you about the things that you pour into your life, you pour into your work that allowed you to be great. Freddie T, let me listen to you, right, and see how you've learned to continue to move and excel once football was over so I can get a piece of that. Instead, we got to find our way to beat you. We got to find our way to be better than you so we can pull you back in the bucket. That's what we're getting. And think about this. There ain't never been a time in your athletic life where you showed up somewhere and people didn't raise their level of intensity because Channing Crowder was there or because Fred T was there. This is if you hooping, if you playing softball, if you doing anything. They immediately see it as their chance to beat somebody who's been great at something. And I think when you get it to this point, though, like Freddie T says, it's a black eye for our entire community. Because I don't care what you say. There's some white person at home watching this video saying, see, I told you. It doesn't matter if Cam goes back. It doesn't matter what you give them. They don't know how to accept it. They don't know how to love it. They don't know how to respect it. They don't know how to take care of it. And to me, in the end, that's the saddest part because this actually isn't Cam Newton's fault. And people will talk about the one prominent figure that was involved.
We all know Cam. You know, we all know Cam is just an amazing dude, no matter what, no matter what people try and say. I believe Cam would attempt to reconcile, meet with these individuals to say, look, man, I'm just trying to make sure my community has an opportunity. You know, and whatever that looks like, I believe he will take a meeting so they can get on the same page and then eventually put it out in public to say, we gotta do better. And I think that'll happen.
Oh no, Cam, the one thing, bro, is Cam is a good human being. Just like I think about y'all, boy. Like, that's the thing that you talking about, the black community, white community and all. There's good people and there's bad people. Cam's a good dude. So for me to see, I swear to God, when I saw that video, I was like, whatever led up to it was something premeditated, was something that, because Cam's not going to start no fight like that. And that's the thing that's sad, like RC, you're saying, it's where like there's good that's going to be had. So why would you put a black cloud over that good? Cam is throwing a damn 7-on-7 camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great for these kids to get exposure, like what's going on right now and all that. Cam's throwing that stuff because Cam wants to help these kids. Yeah. And for somebody to go and jump on him, which was dumb as hell, but for somebody to go and jump on him and do that at the kids' camp, my thought, to your point in this conversation, we saw the video, right? The video, the camera, this part. What about those kids that are watching?
Yeah.
That's the thing that hurt me. Yeah. What about those kids that are watching? I have a 12-year-old son who plays football. What about if he saw Cam Newton's up there fighting? What is he gonna think about, like, fighting if he watches Cam Newton fight?
The one thing is this, even in the fighting though, Cam Newton, at least on video, never threw a punch. Yep. He still understood he was Cam Newton.
Yeah.